Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today we'll be making Chipotle macaroni and cheese. When you mix spicy Chipotle peppers and cheese, you create magic. I have many variations for mac and cheese, but this one right here, it was amazing. Just trust me. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is grate the cheese you'll be using. I decided to use sharp cheddar. I know they sell Chipotle cheese, which is really good, and I have used it in the past for mac and cheese. I think I used it for my bacon and onion mac and cheese. But for this, I wanted to use real Chipotle peppers and the sauce they come in, and then just regular sharp cheddar. Didn't want to overdo it. Here I have some Chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. I keep them in the fridge after I open them. They come in a can, and I recently made Chipotle corn dip, so I had some left over and had to come up with other Chipotle recipes, of course. So you want to remove the seeds. I just squeeze them out, and if this looks gross to you, cut it out. So onions, garlic, and Chipotle peppers are the only additions we are going to be adding to regular cheddar mac and cheese. This is more of an adult mac and cheese, by the way. So let's saute our onions in some olive oil. I gave the Chipotle peppers a rough chop, cooked the onions and Chipotle peppers for about 3 minutes, and I then added the fresh garlic. And if you think the smell of onions and garlic sauteing smell good, wait until you smell this, because you will be making this. So I removed the onions, peppers, and garlic. You can leave them in, but I wanted my bechamel sauce to be super silky while it cooked. Didn't want the flour to mix in with the onions and peppers. I just didn't want them in there. We'll bring them back later, don't worry. So I took some butter, tossed it into the skillet, let it melt, and then I started adding in the flour, the all-purpose flour, little by little with the heat on high so it melts quickly. After you're done adding in all of the flour, let the butter and flour cook for about a minute so the flour loses that flour taste. We're then going to pour in our hot milk, or shall I say microwave milk, slowly. Keep on whisking, and it's very important to continuously whisk your bechamel sauce because if you don't, it will form a skin all over the place, the top, the bottom, the sides. I mean, you don't have to stand there for 20 minutes and just stir. You can wash the dishes and go back to it every 2 minutes. Go on Instagram while you whisk. Drink some wine while you whisk. Many things to do while you whisk. Okay, so when your sauce thickens up nicely, turn off the heat completely and add in your grated cheese along with those peppers, onions, and garlic. Looks delicious. Give everything a stir, and once all of the cheese melts, you want to season this generously with salt and pepper. By the way, mac and cheese is my ultimate favorite side dish. If I go to a steakhouse, I'm getting the mac and cheese. I've ate mac and cheese at a cupcake shop before. I'm serious. You get to see everything in New York. So I added some Chipotle sauce and some corn. Now wait a minute before you say, what the? When I was young, my grandparents used to take my brother and I to a barbecue restaurant, and they served the most amazing spicy mac and cheese, and it had corn inside. So if you don't like this idea, pretend you never seen it, because I have mentioned to friends that I like corn in my mac and cheese, and they think it's a joke. It's not. I love corn in my mac and cheese. Go ahead and add in your choice of pasta. I used cavatappi. I had a ton of it left over from all the pasta salads that were supposed to be made over the summer, but never were. Let's talk about how creamy this thing is. Is there such thing as too creamy? No such thing. Place this into a baking dish. Check for seasoning. The only way you can mess this up if you under-season this, or if you take a nap while the bechamel sauce is cooking. Now for our breadcrumbs, I usually go with panko. My mother recommended I use croutons on top. I think she's been spending too much time on Pinterest, but this is what I had. So I poured in some melted butter, gave it a mix, sprinkled it on top of the mac and cheese, and then baked it in a preheated oven at 450 degrees for about 15 minutes. This is what it looked like when it came out of the oven. It might not look like much, but I will assure you that this was amazing. It was super creamy. It had a kick to it, but not too spicy since we removed the seeds from the peppers. It was very creamy. The corn was just perfect, adding a little bit of sweetness to it. Spicy and sweet is always good. You know you have good mac and cheese when you pick up the pasta from the plate and there is still some sauce on the bottom of the plate, only by itself, just the sauce. That's how you know it's creamy. It would be an honor if you guys made this as a side dish for Thanksgiving or for dinner tomorrow. If you do make this, let me know how it turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you all so much for watching.